What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people have messaged me about. A lot of people actually talk to me about in the gyms. And I've just noticed in general, a lot of people I work with, I talked to a guy in the gym today actually that was going through the same thing. That during COVID, he got off track. He gained a little bit of fat. He's having a hard time losing it. Just with life, if you have kids, if you have a job that's stressing you out, you have all this other stuff going on, and it just feels too overwhelming to try to change your diet in general. And that's because it is way too overwhelming to do it, and you will probably not be able to. You can't change everything at once. It's kind of like, and at the end of the day, things are really simple if you break it down. But for some reason, as humans, we seem to mess everything up. So it's really not that easy. I don't know, our brains, we can think of something logically, and it doesn't translate into our life. This happens a lot. I've noticed this in my own life. You can have an issue, and you're like, this is an easy way to fix this problem. Give you a perfect example. I need to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night every night and wake up at 6. That's optimal. But for some freaking reason, I can't get to bed at 10 o'clock at night. I get to bed at 12, and I'm still up at 6. Is that healthy? No. Bring in other parts of life. I need to spend less money. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. Spend less money. Okay, but for some reason, I still don't do it. So it's easy to say, oh, we just have to do it in general, but you need almost one thing to focus on. So I recommend even one thing you focus on, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to give you the first example I use for dieting in general. This is a tip I use when I'm like, break, I feel a little bit fluffy. What should I do? I write down everything I'm eating for only one day. That's all you got to do, just one day. Pick a day that you're off. Wake up and I had a bowl of cereal. Okay, write it down. What's the calories on the bowl of cereal? 150. Okay, write that down. I had it with 2% milk. Okay, write that down too. And then I had a banana. Okay, write that down too. Do that all day. Oh, I had a bag of chips at 10:30 at night. Write that down. I had a beer, whatever. Write all this stuff down. At the end of the day, add it up. Let's say it's 3,200 calories. All you're going to find is 250 to 500 calories of that stuff that you actually didn't really enjoy or that you didn't need. So beside each meal, say I feel good after, I feel full. Just write it down. Just take notes for the whole day. And then at the end of it, analyze it. Go, okay, I ate 3,200 calories and oh my goodness, I went and had 3 glasses of juice today. Whatever, let's just pull something random. That was 500 calories. Instead of going and getting that glass of juice, I'm gonna have 1 glass of juice a day, and the rest of the time when I go to the fridge, I'm gonna have water. Or I had pop, or I had a handful of almonds 5 times through the day. And figure out just one thing you're gonna replace. In general, okay, instead of having a handful of almonds, I'm gonna have a handful of blueberries. Or instead of going and grabbing a handful of chips, I'm gonna grab a handful of strawberries or an apple or something like that. You're gonna figure out really quickly that you can just change one little part of your life and it makes the world of difference. That's something that I use often. So give you an example. I'm gonna use a financial example because it's easy. I need to save money. It's not about necessarily, you're like, that's such a little change, it's not gonna do anything. I don't buy coffee out anymore. I stopped doing it. I realize I spend relatively a lot of money on coffee. Okay, so what we're gonna do is change that one thing. We're not gonna stop spending money on everything because you can't. You have to survive. You still have to have entertainment. You can't just say, I'm gonna spend less. Okay, that's pretty freaking broad. So what I do, okay, I'm not gonna spend money on coffee. Everything else is the same. But then you're spending less because that $100 a week or whatever, or $50 a week, whatever that number is, reduces. It's another thing that you say, you know what? I'm going out and eating meat and oat 5 times a week. Let's say you're tracking that for spending. I'm only gonna eat oat 3 times a week. That's it. The other 2 times I'm gonna eat at home. And it's just little things that make a world of difference. So with diet in particular, you can still enjoy yourself. So write down the things, you're like, here's my staples, here's the things I'm not gonna give up. Honestly, I'll give you my example. I'm not giving up bread, I'm not giving up milk, I'm not gonna give up any of that stuff. I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna give up having a few beers on the weekend. I'm just not gonna do it. So what things can I give up? Good example, I would sit down every night and I'd have like a frozen pizza or something like that. Now I eat popcorn. I have a bag of popcorn when I watch a show at the end of the night and a glass of milk or a glass of water. Instead of having like a whole entire frozen pizza. That's like 500 calorie difference. Significant. Guess what? Really easy to stay the same weight for me now when I just replace that little thing. It's little micro changes and they add up. And You focus on one thing at a time, and it makes a world of difference. So that's what I recommend. So everybody asks me, this is what I'd say: write down everything for a whole day. That's it. Write it down. Change one thing. Find 500 calories, kind of maybe 200 calories, whatever it is. Change one thing. Eventually, when that becomes a habit, you can go, okay, you know what? I'm doing really good. Maybe this takes 6 weeks. I'm doing good at this. I don't miss that anymore. Now change something else, and we're going to keep getting better week after, one step at a time. Let's put it like that. No different than if you're trying to save money. I'm going to put $10 a week away. It's just something. It's so small. You're not even going to miss it. Okay, that's going good. I don't miss it. Let's put another. Let's keep going. Let's do 25 a week. Let's do 100 a week, whatever that number is. We build up from there. It makes it quite simple. And we're not doing such an extreme change that you can't do it. You don't want to change your day-to-day life to get the results. You want to change something small that you can manage and then work from there. And this goes for everything in life. It's no different than if I want to train. I want to get into the gym. You don't start going every freaking day. Start going, I'm going to go for a walk 20 minutes a week. Okay, I can do that. Okay, I can do that. 20 minutes, 3 times a week, I can do it. Okay, now it's going to be 22 minutes. Okay, we work it out. And then it's going to be 25 minutes. And then you say, you know what, I'm going to do 25 minutes 4 days a week. And eventually it compounds on each other, and you went from doing nothing to doing a hell of a lot over a period of time versus overwhelming yourself with doing everything at once. So that's my advice. Make one change and go from there. And when that becomes easy, do something else. So that being said, you can message me for coaching if you want. All my Instagram's in the description box down below. Emails in my bio on my Instagram. You can also Snapchat me, Myers99. You can DM me, do all that stuff. Also, I'm in Halifax, so if you want to save money, anything like that, you can also message me. I do investments, I do insurance, I do all that stuff too. So anyway, that being said, I appreciate all the support. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon.